Okay, I think I'm recording. What's up, guys? Jenna here, founder of fillyourbooks.com, and we are here with one of our OG badass members, Maren. I also have Tony over here, one of our badass team members. So we got the whole fam bam here today. It's a group project. But Maren's been with us for a couple years now, and she actually we had a year ago, I just looked, we did an interview with you because you had some really great results in a year. And now another year later, you're absolutely kicking ass. We'll get into the nitty gritty numbers in a little bit. But yeah. Number one, thanks for coming on. But
of course,
take us back 2 years ago for a second. Fill us in on well, first of all, tell us who you are, what you do, where you're from.
So my name is Maren. I'm originally from Sacramento, California, and I had moved to LA in 2017. So I thought that oh yeah, I'm moving to LA. There's tons of people,
got money.
Not gonna be hard to rebuild my client from scratch. Yeah, that was really hard. So I was traveling back and forth from LA to Sacramento because I kept a good handful of my clients that I can do within a week and then make a whole month's worth of income and then come down here and then basically do the whole, we're just going to sit around for walk-ins and, post some pictures on Insta. But I think I only had maybe 600 followers at the time and nobody from LA.
I was gonna say they were probably all in Sacramento.
Yeah. And my friends, all over, but not here.
Yeah.
And then, so I think it was a year and a half I did that, which was, it was hell. It was I was going deep. I was I shouldn't be doing hair. Maybe I'm not good enough. Us as hairstylists, we really take everything super personal. 100%. So, and then you ended up in my Instagram one day with one of your ads and I was yep, doing it. And I literally had most of my savings was totally gone after a year and a half. So I was really, had nothing.
Yeah.
I had nothing.
Well, let me ask you something about that. Having nothing and having to make a big investment. What were some of the, how you said you had the negative self-talk. What was the thing that was I need to make this leap? What got you to that point?
I mean, I was I need help. I need help, and your ad really resonated with me where I was just why wouldn't this work? I literally have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's something that it's funny. We, as you know, that's something that we teach is life's all about perspective, right? And when your back is against the wall, or the way I like to put it is when you're in the sink or swim situation, it's you're kind of in the best spot, obviously at face value, it doesn't seem like you're in the best possible situation, but in the sense of all you can do is swim at this point. You can give yourself a last ditch effort and you can try and swim, which you did that. So you would join. What was it like when you first got in? Did you feel was there any other last minute fears of when you did it, were you kind of oh shit, did I fuck up? Or were you kind of all in?
No, I was all in. I was definitely all in because it really was your first training when you guys talk about mindset. And I remember those days before I joined the program where I was okay, I'm just going to put the baby in the stroller. We're going to go on a walk outside. It's super nice all the time in LA. Why am I not getting fresh air? And then I would turn on my Abraham Hicks and really just, channeling, no, it's this is what you're getting. This is because you're just so down on yourself all the time. You do have to have a positive attitude about things, I know that it's not always sunshine and rainbows all the time, but always having a positive attitude about yourself really does change the game. I mean, I'm sure we'll go over the whole raising your prices and all that stuff too, because it's all in the same thing. It's all the same in the same genre of things, So when I did find you guys, I started seeing results in 2 weeks. It was oh, okay, this is easy. And then you get addicted to it.
Yeah.
You get addicted to like doing the organic marketing because I didn't have money to run ads
Yeah.
for a while. Like I didn't start running my ads for probably, I want to say close to like a month or two. And then I was doing, like the little $5 ads. And you're only getting those trinkles.
Yep.
We know now you gotta do the $20 a day to be seeing, like, you gotta pay to play.
Yeah.
That's what it's just that it's what it is these days.
Well, investing in yourself, right? That's part of you too.
Totally.
I mean, you're gonna pay in time or you're gonna pay in money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now it's like autopilot.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, I'll just put one on and we'll see what happens. Like I can even put like a picture that I'm not really into. Like where I'm like, oh, the lighting's bad, but I'm like, fuck it. I just made like $4,000 off this one ad.
Yeah. No, you never know. So what was it like getting that first, if you could remember, what was it like getting that first win?
Oh, I remember. I mean, it was easy. You honestly, you really have to engage and talk to them and ask them questions because, you get all these people who are just like, well, how much is a highlight? And then you could be like, okay, well, what does your hair look like right now? What do you want it to look like? There's all these things where you can steer them away from that because there's so many options with hair. Like maybe they don't need a full highlight. Maybe their ends are already blonde enough to where you can just like do a partial. Like there's so many other ways, but I noticed, the people that always ask for the price is just like, no, I'm going to get you to talk about what you really want. And it's super important to do that. And I go like, I feel like sometimes I'm not myself when I'm texting because I'm like all super extra bubbly, like, can't wait to meet you. I'm so excited to do your hair. Like, but here in LA, that like goes so far because there's so many people that are like so rude and just like, this is all I want. I don't want to talk to you. And then when you start like kind of like breaking down their walls a little bit, I mean, I've been talking to this one girl for about a month now and she still hasn't booked, but she's asking questions and she's like, commenting on my pictures and like when I post,
you're building that human relationship, and that's kind of what my overall umbrella mission with Fill Your Books was, and what I noticed what was happening, because the backstory of how this happened, same kind of thing. I had to move to a new state, I had to rebuild, and I did what I knew how to do, which was connect with people and be kind and just be the person to reach out to them. And I think that's the I'm a firm believer that there's a disconnect with like client to stylist relationship or whether you lash, whatever it is that you do within the beauty industry. It's like you said, people, it's very much, let's automate, fill out this application and maybe I'll talk to you, or just be short with clients because you don't have the time. But it's like, if you're watching this video, that means you found us because you have the time, because you don't have the clients. Yeah. So let's use that time wisely.
Yeah, there was a girl that on my last post on Fill Your Book, she was like, what's your secret? And I was like, honestly, like I am very quick to respond to all my messages. Even when I'm at work, I will send them a message and be like, hey, I'm working, but give me a few hours after I'm done. Or if I have a break during my day, I'll return your text message, heart emoji, smiley emoji. Butterfly, like, you know what I mean? Like, totally. Be excited to engage with this person, and it literally goes so far.
Bottom line, especially in LA, I don't care whether you live in North Dakota, LA, New York City, there are probably, I don't care if you're amazing at what you do, there's probably 5 other stylists who are just as good as you, who do the same thing as you. So what's going to make you different from all those other people? That's being you, like that human connection, like I'm talking about, just like being able to answer them promptly, or being able to ask them more questions that someone else isn't willing to do. Like that's the thing that's going to make you different.
I mean, they always say, they're like, oh my God, thanks for your quick response. Yeah. I'm like, and then when they come in my chair, they're like, yeah, I mean, I texted probably like 4, 5, 6 other hairstylists, and like, I never even heard from them.
It's crazy.
I'm like, y'all are that busy? Like, because I'm busy.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost making 20 G's a month busy.
Yeah.
And I still have time to like book people in. You know what I mean?
No, totally.
Because I have some clients that are like, you know, they don't want to pre-book. And I just tell them, I'm like, okay, if you don't pre-book, you're probably not getting in
Good luck.
because
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for those people that don't want to have a regular hairstylist. Like I do at some point want to close my books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I got a question for you. So whenever you first started with that communication, right? And you were doing the heart emojis, things like that. Like,
yeah,
you already knew how to do all of that stuff. Like, what part of Fill Your Books kind of like filled in those gaps for you, right? You knew how to do a consultation. You knew how to start a conversation, right? Like, but like, tell me kind of like what really specifically like helped you put that all together and make $20,000 a month.
I mean, it's all in the program. It's all in the templates. Like everything is already laid out for you in like what you want to pick. You know, I see a lot of people are like, oh, look at my ad. And they like have this long like paragraph stuff. It's like, why are you making more work for yourself? Like it's already done. You just
Plug
take
and
that
play.
split out and put their name in there. And that's it. And then you
Don't
say
reinvent
like,
the wheel.
yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, I mean, you guys already had it figured out. Like I'm the one that just had to like you just have to do it, you know, and you have to be consistent. Like there was a time, I think last year, like I want to say July and August, right before I did Solstice, I was slacking. I was like, I got this. This is no problem, like whatsoever. Yeah. And then it showed in my numbers where I was only making like, you know, $5,000-6,000 one month. And I was like, what, wait, what? Like I'm usually making like at least 12 to 14.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like you still have to do it. You still have to do it. You still have to look ahead and see those gaps in your schedule, you know, and then I'll run an ad and then I'll fill those spaces up. And then, you know, like, it's just like I use you guys all the time. Like I've never not used you. It's like when I'm like more relaxed, it's like, no, we still have to.
Yeah, you know, you definitely still have to. So I know I feel like when we talked a year ago, that was when you had hit like 10, I feel like that was when you started to hit like $10,000-12,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, or I don't know if you're on your phone, so I don't know if you could share your screen to show what you, but I can, if not, I can clip pull it up. Pull up what you sent me. I got a
those are messages already from clients.
There you go. I woke up to a very nice text message from Maren sending me a screenshot of her monthly revenue, and you worked what, 12 days?
Yeah. Okay. You want to see what I've made this year so far?
Of course. And it's May. Yeah. We're a few months in. You are at $60,431.
Holy crap. The average hairstylist makes $30K a year.
Yep. So what
I've been doubling my numbers ever since I started with you guys. So like the first year before, well, you know, I'm coming from, like, I left the whole clientele too, yeah, right, to start over. So my first year in LA, I think I made $27,000. Then I joined with you guys in the end of 2019. And then the rest of the year kind of pulled out, and I think I made like 50 grand just with having you guys for the last like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And then this last year I made over 100. And I'm trying, like, my goal is to get close to 2.
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. Let me because I got to give you one of these.
Yes.
At Solstice.
Yes.
You guys didn't see. This is our 6-figure club award, which was very exciting.
We all cried when you got it.
We all cried.
Yeah. We're not gonna cry today. It's fine.
No. I'm not promising any of that.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm in therapy now. I cry all the time. So
the point that I did want to get at, though, with the fact that you it's taken you, it wasn't just I was making $20,000 a year and now you're at 20 grand. Like it was the consistent gain.
Yeah, you can't slack. Like you can't. Like, I mean, my prices are not high, but they're pretty high, you know, for where I'm at. But in order to make, like, I'm a numbers person anyway, so I know, like, if my average ticket is X, Y, and Z, then I need to book this many clients to make $20,000 for the whole month. Like, I got to do at least around like 70 to 75 clients a month.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing, like here's like more lived in color, so they don't gotta see you that often. You know, I'm not doing touch up after touch up after touch up where they're seeing you every 5 weeks. So I still have to, like, I can still take new clients.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of moving parts down here too. It's like you move from like my area, like to the west side or whatever, like they're not gonna drive 45 minutes to an hour. God bless some of them, come up Orange County to see me, which is awesome. It's like almost a fucking 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Like that's insane to go get your hair done, you know? But it does happen. But there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I can't see you anymore because, you know, I'm moving, you know, back down the hill or whatever. And it's the traffic is. So I always have to run ads. I always have to keep going. Like I'm not going to ever stop until you know, I want to make what I want to make. And then you can slow down. That's the best part. Like these last 2 weeks, like I've been slow and I'm just like, you know what? I don't care because I made a shit ton of money last month. So I can do that.
It's nice that you have the ability to turn the faucet on, turn the faucet off, take a vacation, take a week off, you know, whatever it is, pick your son up from school, make your schedule, be in control of your time. Being in control of your time is huge. And that kind of leads me into, you know, going from making $27,000 a year, getting ready to not do hair anymore, to making over 6 figures. How has that changed your personal life?
Oh my God, it's awesome. Like I've never made this kind of money in my whole life. Not even when I was in Sacramento. I was doing probably like 85, 90,000 a year, you know, but like I was working a lot. Like I was working 4 days a week. I was taking 13 to 14 clients a day because, you know, my prices, like I was doing $50 haircuts, you know, like it's not the same as this. Like I only work 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I'm chilling. And I'm not even working long days. I'm not even working over, like the most I'll work is probably 10 hours.
Yeah.
But sometimes not even that. I can do everything in like 8 hours.
Go ahead, Tony.
All right. With what you've learned, do you feel like you have the confidence and the capability, if you were to start this over again, let's say you lost every single one of your clients or you moved across the country, like to New York or something like that, do you feel like you have the tools and the systems to be able to do that all over again?
Oh, for sure. I would not be scared at all to do that. Not one single bit.
I love it.
What would you tell someone who, no matter what the situation is, whether they just graduated school, they're in a situation like you, or they're ready to like not do the thing that they love just because they need, like, what would be the thing that you would tell someone who's thinking about joining Fill Your Books? What would you say to them if they're on the fence?
I mean, I would just tell them my story. Like my story is pretty awesome. Like it's literally like I came from nothing here, you know, and even like I'm still in the same state, but you know, Sacramento and Los Angeles are 2 different worlds. So, I mean, you guys like really changed my life. Like you guys have like really, like I have like a decent credit score now. Like, I can literally buy whatever I want. Like I woke up last year one day and I was like, I'm going to go buy myself a $50,000 car. And I was just like, hey, I want that one. And they're like, okay, here you go.
You know, you're gonna let me have it?
like, oh, I don't need my mom to like co-sign.
I don't need a cosign?
Like, I don't need a cosigner. Like, I have the down payment.
Yeah.
you know, like that kind of thing. Like it, yeah, like I can literally, like I can lend people money and not even care if I get it back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you get to like be, you get to be the person that either someone was for you or the person that wasn't there for you. Do you know what I mean? Like the person you wish you had.
Yeah, financial freedom is like the ultimate goal, you know? So
Of course. Now, Tony or Maren, any parting words, anything you want to finish off with?
I just want to say, you know, congratulations. I've got to watch your journey, and I got to meet you in person. That was huge.
I know I need to come out and visit. I really
I
do.
know.
Just to really get to know you in person, that like really made me realize, you know, like you're a tough, you know, very independent, strong, you know, hairstylist, and and you've done this against all odds. I mean, you live in California, for God's sake, like a place where it's really expensive to live. You live in probably one of the most expensive places in the United States to live,
Yeah,
and
it's ridiculous.
you're making freaking doctor money. You're making more than most doctors, right?
I'm not working. That's the point.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I'm
working.
not working.
You're working a fourth of the time making doctor money. Like doctors are working, you know, 60-hour work weeks, and you're working, I don't know, like you work 12 days in the month of April and made $18,000. So like, that's my parting words. I don't have any questions. Jenna and you pretty much. The whole reason why I came on here is because like I said before, I wanted to probe you and like get some of those answers that I like to hear. And honestly, you guys went through everything I absolutely wanted to hear out of this. And thank you for coming on today. And I think you're not just a beacon that, you know, our students can work towards, but you're a beacon that all of us can work towards. I mean, your drive, your tenacity, everything that you've done up until now is very it's right. Like I don't even have the words for it. Like it's just it's so great to be able to know you as a person, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, I love you guys. Like you literally have changed my life. Like in not just like hair stuff, you know. Like my upbringing was I never thought I was going to be doing this, you know? Like this has got like, sometimes like I wake up in my apartment and I look around and I'm like, yep, you got it.
Like I did that.
And like, that's like totally okay to like do and say about yourself. And like more people need to do that.
You have to. That's part of the process. You have to, you know, if you forget to look at where you're at in the current moment, you can, it's easy to forget how hard
I can end with one of like a really big goal that I accomplished this year already, is that I got my 4-year-old into this awesome private school in Topanga. It's on 27 acres. And they're going to have horses and farming and outdoor classrooms.
That's wild.
And the tuition is $25,000 a year
for kindergarten.
Guess what?
It's like college.
I can do that. I can afford that.
You can 100% afford that, and I can't wait because that was when Maren had texted me that her total for the month. She was like, "Yeah," and I just signed my kid up for kindergarten. That's $25,000. So now we got to keep making $20,000 a month. So yeah, I'm excited to watch where the next year goes, and you know, piggyback off.
We got some plans. We got some stuff in the works.
We got plans.
I will fill you in later.
Totally. If you are watching this video and you want to be like Maren, I want to be like Maren. If you want to be like Maren when you grow up, please head on over to fillyourbooks.com. Watch some of our education over there. Sign up for a call if you want us to pick apart your business with you. You get to chat with good old Tony over here, and we can get you started on the process with the inner circle. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later.